second exercise, we're going to be doing the incline chest press. Now for this one, we're going to do 4 count negative reps. So we're really going to focus on that muscle hypertrophy. Okay? So set the bench to we're going to set the bench up to about 2 notches. 1, 2. Okay, fine. Okay? Now, we're going to set that. We're going to have our start position. Okay? So I already feel a stretch in my chest. So we're going to consciously drive up. So go down, count for 4 reps. Okay? 2, 3, 4. Really feel that stretch at the bottom of your chest. So to make the exercise even better, instead of having your hands facing the wall, turn your hands slightly outwards so that dumbbells are at slowly down 4 count, consciously press. You want to make the dumbbells touch the side of your, the front of your dance.
This shows like the level of
And then that last 5, I'm going to do 4 count negative. Okay. Do that. That was nice. Okay, so would you like to up the weight a bit? Okay, we'll do that. How much are we going up? Other ways to do this. We can do it on tables. That's with cables. On the cables, it's going to really give you a big, deep stretch because you're fighting gravity constantly. With dumbbells, you get to the top, and all of like the gravity is pushing down on your shoulder joint. So you're not gonna have the best contraction with dumbbells, but if it's chest pump?
I feel it on my front delts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So doing the incline shoulder press is going to work on your front chest, your upper chest. Incline chest press is going to work on your upper chest. It is also going to work on your front delts as well. Are we using the same weight or are we going up? Go up? Okay. 20? So that was the other thing I was going to say. So when we're doing like, any exercise, because of the way we're training, we don't have to do as much mobility work because we're using the exercises to stretch our muscles. So it's going to also save time in the gym, don't have to work on your mobility as much, and it'll be a lot. Not to say that not working on your mobility is a bad idea, it's great. Just one example I can show you quickly. If you wanted to see how good your shoulder mobility is, get on the bench. Okay. Lie forwards, and what you can do is you can raise your hands up, and if they get past your ears or level with your ears, that means that you've got good mobility. Yeah, so you've got good mobility with your shoulders, which is good. It's alright. Do you feel like it's not 100%?
I feel like I feel to go push back.
Yeah.
So I think working a bit on mobility might help with that.
Yeah, definitely. So those stretches I showed you at the beginning, those are also going to help with your shoulder mobility and it's going to be beneficial for maintaining and developing.
So when we do the weight stretches with weights,
Yeah.
do you recommend going a little bit lighter? Or do you
Yeah.
recommend just go lighter first and then go heavier up?
So yeah, I would definitely, if you're gonna, stretch, doing that, it is better to like half your weight.
Oh,
Because if you're gonna do it with like your heaviest weight, you're gonna most likely cause yourself an injury, and that's gonna put you out of the gym. And we don't want that. So we want to work on from a starting point, and we can build up to a higher weight. Okay, so third exercise, we're going to be doing a chest fly with the cables up high.
Okay.
So what this is going to work is this is going to work our lower chest,
Okay.
as well as round the sides.
Okay.
Okay. So grab cables. All right. You want to step out a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. And you want to pretend that there's an invisible line.
Yeah.
So what you can do, you're going to press, and that invisible line, you're going to keep your elbow on that same path.
Okay.
So, and then get that really big stretch
Yeah.
right there. And then when you come down, consciously press and really squeeze your chest together to get that nice contraction.
Okay. So when I'm doing it, I want to be further out.
So yeah, so take a couple steps forward. So you've got the big stretch in your chest. You can already feel that stretch. Yeah. Consciously press down with your hands in front. That's it. And you're not putting your hands together, you're putting your biceps together. Because you're going to feel that contraction a lot better in the middle of your chest. So remember, keep those elbows on a straight line. Bend your elbows back. There you go. How's that feel?
Yeah. Feel the stretch of it.
So your elbow should be pointing towards the ceiling almost.
Okay.
Four. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay?
So why is this hitting the lower and not my higher?
Because you're working, it's kind of like a decline. Kind of like a decline press. If you wanted to. So, because this is up here, it's working the lower.
Yeah.
If the cables were down there, it would be working the upper. If the cables were shoulder height, it would be working your sides of the chest. And when you contract to squeeze in the middle, you can feel like the muscle fibers tense. Another really good way to, get more motor recruitment. Another good way to get more motor recruitment and more anabolic stress is by posing. So what you could do is at the end of each exercise you do, whether it be chest or biceps, you can squeeze your chest together, and that's going to give you a much more better pump, and that's just going to blow up your chest. You do it as comfortable as you feel. So I would lean forward slightly and then just squeeze my chest together as tightly as I can. Okay. So I just want to point out when you're doing this, you started your form at the end of your first set is going off a bit. Okay. So cables are there. Okay. Big chest. You want to come out, use some body English, so that means that you can lean backwards a bit, and then use the momentum to go press forward. Okay? Keep your elbows on a straight path. See how they're at a 45 degree angle. Okay? What you was doing, you was going like this. So it's not to say that it's not working the chest. You're just starting to lose your form a bit. So to keep your form on point, keep your elbows, keep your hands close to your chest. Forward. Big stretch. Ready for your second set? You want to up the weight? So I'm down 12.5. So, doing flies on cable, there's so many ways we can do it. You can do it from high, you can do it from low, you can do it from the middle. You can do it on a bench, high, low, in the middle.
What's the difference between being on a bench and not being on a bench?
So if you're on a bench, it puts your body on puts your muscles on an island. So what that means
Purely
is,
focusing on my...
yes, you're purely focusing on that one muscle group that you're working. From standing, we can use tools. We can use something. We can use a step up, put it at the back of the cables, and then put your back foot there. And what that's going to do is that's just going to keep your body really stable. So if you're like really pushing heavy weight, sometimes you might tend to like slide back.
Yeah.
By putting this step there, that's going to stop you, and you're going to get a big stretch and then press. So we're doing it with dumbbells as well. Like, this is what I say. Cables will always be better than doing it with dumbbells, because with cables you're fighting that gravity, and if it, like with dumbbells, if you're doing a chest fly with dumbbell, you start to lose all the tension when the dumbbells are up.
Yeah.
But then like the tension comes back when you lower your arm. But with cable, you're always going to feel that constant tension. Okay? Any questions? No? Okay. You ready for your first?
Yeah.
Would you like to go up the way or keep that the same way? So that's 50.
50.
What is that? Oh, 50. Oh, come on, man.
Well, catching up social with someone, call me, I'll get straight out.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to go for some partials.
Yeah.
I thought you was going to go for some partials then. So half reps. What's that? 2, 3, 4, 5. You're starting to feel that burn now, aren't you?
Nope.
1, 2. Nice. 1 for that. Awesome. So doing partial reps at the end of your last set on an exercise is going to be really good. It's going to make you stronger. You're going to create more muscle fibers, and in the long run, that's going to be more better for hypertrophy training as well.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, so for this question,
Now we're going to move on to biceps. Okay? So I'm going to show you the exercise.
honestly,
So it's that hip thump.
if anything, you should be more scared of fucking shoulder.
Grab the cable. I'm going to step out.
Yeah, mate, I'd rather take it.
I'm going to step out.
I'd rather take it.
So we feel that stretch in our bicep already. Okay? Chest out. Okay. Consciously curl our arm up, and we're going to drive it back. Stretch it all the way. On 3 sets. 10 reps.
I'd say banging. choke him out and start leaving him out. Yeah, hold out for a fair one-on-one. And then fucking hold out for a fair one-on-one. And then fucking choke him out.
Because you're a bit taller, you'll need to set up the cable a bit higher. How's that feel? Okay. I would just want to say, to make it even better, put one leg forward so you're stable and you're well balanced.
Twist.
Twist. Like when you start to curl, twist your body so you're keeping your chest. You want to keep your chest up and out as well. Big chest.
Do you want your opposite leg forward as well?
Yeah. So opposite leg forward to the arm, that's fine. So there's many
Variations of bicep curls, right? You can do it with cable, with the bar. You can do it with dumbbells. You can do it sat down on an incline with dumbbells, which is a very good way of training the biceps. This bicep exercise is going to work the long head of your bicep. Yeah? And then after this bicep exercise, I'm going to show you one bicep exercise that works the brachialis, one bicep exercise that works the inner bicep, so the short head of the bicep. Okay?
sounds good. Any questions? No? You want to up the weight? Keep it. Keep it 10. Keep those 10. Cool. So what we're looking for as well. Sorry, just to restart. What we're looking for in this exercise, we're looking for that burning sensation. Okay? When you start to feel that burn, that's when you know you're doing the right thing.
Okay. Brilliant.
Start to feel that burn. Yeah? Right. That's what you're looking for. And on your third set, that's where you really ought to be struggling. But keeping it at a 70 to 80% are so that's just like on a scale from 1 to 10, how much it's like. Yeah.
slow down your last breath on that one. That's very nice. Do you have any questions? No? So, 30-second breath. The reason we give ourselves 30 seconds up to a minute gives our body enough time to catch our breath, and then we can go straight ahead with the set. If you're training at a more intense pace, you know, something like 80 to 90% of your repping, maybe a minute to 2 minutes rest. Just sort of depends on your fitness levels as well, how strong you feel on that day. If you feel like you've had a good, amount of to eat during the day, you feel like you've got more energy to bust through, beat those plateaus or anything.
Water, and then I'll go straight back.
Yeah. So, keep yourself hydrated. Do you take, you said you don't take any supplements, do you? No. So protein's a good supplement to use.
Okay.
Helps with more energy, performance. It's not recommended, but it's complete. So we do produce protein as well, but like small amounts. So like 3 grams to 5 grams a day will help a lot, and it will make you load more and feel better as well. Okay. So ready when you are. Bring that elbow more in front of you. People might get in the way, that's fine. How's that? Feeling that differently? Yeah. Yeah? That's good. Let's go. Nice. Good stuff. Last set, best set. Remember, drive that elbow in front of you. There you are. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now the intensity can all.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so second bicep exercise I'm going to show you is rope hammer curls. So this is going to work the brachialis of the bicep, the side of your arm. So we're going to set the cable so it's on the floor. We're going to step out. So there's a few ways we can do this. We can do it with our hands in front of us, which is the old school way of doing it. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we're doing this, we want to clench our butt together. So, and that just keeps us stable, keeps our core stable as well. And then for the other 5 reps, we can go bring our elbows up to our sides. Happy with that weight? Up the weight? Brilliant. That's what we like to see. Sorry, can I just finish my video with that? Yeah, sorry.
That's alright.
Continue. Ready? That's it. Traditional old school hammer curls. 5. Bring it up, that's it. So, can you feel the difference between an old school rope hammer curl to the second version? So what that's going to do is that's going to be you're going to be working more brachialis. Okay, so also as well, I just wanted to say, with your sets and reps, we can mix it up. So we could do 10 for our first set, we could do 10 reps. For a second set, we could do 12 reps. For a third set, we could do 15 reps, and then we can drop that back down. So drop a set. We can do pyramid sets as well. There's all different kinds of variations that you can do. So it's really good to just mixed up, keep it interesting, give yourself a challenge every now and then, see what you can do, test out your strength on like your bench press, your squats, your deadlifts, and all that. Okay. Ready for your last set? Just make sure you're bringing those elbows back before you drive those hands up. So with this exercise as well, because if your shoulders start to come up, it means that the weight's too heavy. We want to keep your form always on point. Yeah, but you upped the weight, so that was why your shoulders were coming up, because you upped the weight. But it's fine. Learning steps, important. Okay. Last but not least, our third bicep exercise. So, our third exercise for bicep is going to be a preacher curl. Okay, so this is on a manual preacher curl pad. I prefer to use the machine ones because it gives you constant tension on that bicep. But this is just as good. Okay? So normally people would just sit on it, put their tricep on the pad, stretch all the way down, curl out. What we could do to make this even better though is we can sit on the seat. Couldn't get my words out. And then what that's going to do is we're going to be able to put our chest out. That's going to give us a deeper stretch in that short head of the bicep. It started a trend in Georgia. Quite a few people started doing what I'm doing. So we're going to do 3 sets, 10 reps. I'll explain. Oh yeah, so I like to put the seat really low so I can get that nice deep stretch in the bicep. Like this. That's it. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. You didn't finish that rep. It's fine, though. It's fine. We always want to make sure when we're doing that last rep, we don't want to cheat it. We want to finish it on.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because sometimes I do it. I do like a bench press, but then I won't focus on that last rep. That last rep is important though. I know, it's terrible. But that last rep is very important because that's where you're going to get, the growth. Is, if you do an extra 2 to 5 reps, that's going to be more beneficial because you're going to be using more motor recruitment. So you're like recruiting more muscle fibers to get stronger and bigger. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 1 for luck.
Finished it off.
Ah, okay.
Wow. Well,
You did 11 reps that time.
right. So we'll go again.
Yeah? Yeah, that's fine. It's good to have that connection with people in the gym because, it motivates you, it motivates them, you build a good friendship, good relationships with people in the gym, and, they can help you with your exercises and pushing harder, some good motivators. Really good motivator to have a gym partner so we can push you even more.
So yeah, you might get to a certain point in your gym life where you hit a brick wall and you can't physically progress. So having a gym buddy will help with that 100%. How's the weight? Little light? Alright. Little light? I was right. That's right. That's a genius up in here.
That's a poet.
Right, it's a poet. I didn't even know it.
I've lost count.
Yeah, I was going to say this. 9, 10. I know if I watch a video. One full up. Do you have any questions?
Should I go to 10?
We're going to go 12 or 10. Huh? What's that?
Okay, 12.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so I just want to also tell you about a couple of other variations of creature code. So if I show you
What you can also do to work the brachialis is we're going to put the dumbbell sideways. And we're going to stretch our arm all the way. And this is going to be a bit of a forearm exercise as well as the brachialis. You see how I've got that nice stretch, you feel it there.
So what's the difference between doing it this way to having it facing outwards?
Doing it this way is going to work your brachialis. Having your palms faced up is going to work the short head of the bicep, which is the inner head.
Okay.
Okay? And it's also going to build that nice bit at the bottom of the head. Okay?
Yeah.
My arms look so white in that video. It's terrible.
That's because they are.
Oh, well, you know, when I...
Don't have the red eyes. Right.
ready when you are, sir. Last set, best set. You've got some good forearms. 7, 8, drive, 9, good. And now, as slow as you can on the last round. Last round. I'm wondering who taught me this. Boy. Nice. So, doing it that way,
Yeah.
obviously you're going to tear a lot more muscle fibers. It's going to be a really good pump when you finish up your set. exercises. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a bit of a cool down session.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're just going to do a couple of stretches just to cool ourselves down. So first on, we're going to use this. Basically, we're just going to press our hand against the metal bar, and we're just going to feel that stretch. We're going to stretch for about 10 seconds, and then we're going to do the other side. And then the other stretch is we're going to put our hands on the handle, and we're just going to pull ourselves down so we can feel the top of our chest stretching and our front delts. And then bring the arm across one way, bring the arm across the other way, one arm up from behind, then the other way. Okay? 10 seconds for about each stretch. Okay? So this is just going to make sure that you're not feeling sore, tight in the morning. Make sure you eat plenty of protein to build those muscle fibers up. Repair the muscle fibers.
Do you recommend using protein powder for that?
Yeah, protein shake. A protein shake is a good way of just getting in those quick proteins, those quick amino acids.
Okay.
That's it. You'll be able to feel it in your front delts. Can you feel that? Yeah. Yeah. You can kind of feel it in your lats as well, like coming across there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Bring that stretch out for 10 seconds. Good shoulder movement.
As we don't mind.
That's good. So yeah, if you can't lock your hands together, what you can do is put your hand on your elbow and push that elbow down. So you start to build a stretch in your tricep.
I think I've just got a long back. Short arm.
One more thing I wanted to mention as well. Obviously, you said in your video that you want to work on your strength as well as your athleticism and your aesthetics.
Yeah.
So, because you want to, build on your cardiovascular, I would recommend maybe doing 1 week as a split training program. So you'd be doing push, pull, legs, rest, and then push, pull, legs for the rest of the week, and then rest, and then starting from Monday, we could do a push, pull, press, and then we could do a cardiovascular training session. So it could be something like, an hour on the treadmill, or circuit cycles, or just whatever you're trying to work up towards your goal. And
Yeah, I
do
mean,
you have any questions?
no questions. But yeah, honestly, you've been really helpful and really insightful. I think I've learned a lot, and there's a lot of exercises I'm going to carry on doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoyed this session. And, yeah, it felt really useful, really feel